Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, a little. Thanks.
What are we gonna do now?
I still have unfinished business with Dohalim.
He's a world away from the Lord Balsef was. There's no need for us to fight him, Shion.
In case you've forgotten,
Guys, I think something's going on outside.
Kisara! There you are!
What's happening?
Kelzolik has started an insurrection. He's driving all of the Danans out of the palace.
What? Has he lost his mind? What about Lord Dohalim?
We don't know where he is, Captain. We thought maybe you would.
No, I don't. I haven't seen him since we were inside the quarry.
Damn. Well, either way, I wouldn't go near the palace. Any suspected Renan sympathizers are being arrested on sight. This whole thing is a powder keg about to explode. Best prepare for the worst.
I guess not all of the Renans here like the idea of coexisting with the Danans after all.
So this is it. This is the real Menancia.
Are you giving up?
On what? This realm is already finished. It perished along with my brother's dream.
That's a shame. And I guess all the people who believed in that dream are on their own out there, aren't they? Not all of the Renan sided with Kelzolik. There's still hope, Kisara. Your brother's dream is only dead when there's nobody left who believes in it. Am I wrong?
You're right. I'm going to the palace. I need to see what's happening there with my own eyes. What are you all doing?
I thought it was pretty clear. We're coming with you.
I appreciate the thought, really. But there's no need for you all to get involved in this.
Dohalim said it himself, right? All of us. We're liberators.
Thank you.
Will things be okay in the city?
I'm concerned about that as well. But for now, let us get to the palace.
Right. We'd best clamp down on things at the source before they get out of control.
The fact the enemy's holding themselves up tells me they're not exactly happy to see us.
Then we'd better go in prepared for whatever welcome we get.
We have to stop Sir Kelzolik.
Don't you think it's about time you dropped the sir?
He always treated us Danans with such warmth and kindness. Did he have such bad intentions all along? I just can't bring myself to believe it.
Forget about intentions. We should assume he's the one who's behind all these incidents. It's not surprising to me that there are Renans in Menancia who resent Dohalim, but I didn't expect one would be so close to him.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I guess all of us here in Menancia are still some way off from being a truly united realm, aren't we?
Are you going to be okay, Kisara?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want things to end like this. Please, lend me your strength.
Of course. Anyone who tries to oppress others is our enemy, and we'll gladly stand against them. Besides, I want to believe that this realm really can do better too. Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
That was nothing.
I thought we'd see fighting throughout the city, but it's dead quiet.
Either Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? Then let's hurry up and kick those bastards out. This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place is spooky without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Danans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Danan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their post lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
Hey, Law, you can bust that wall open, can't you?
Well, let's give it a try and find out!
You sure about that? From what I hear, that thing can stop even a cannonball.
On second thought, let's see if there's a release mechanism somewhere.
Kisara, do you have any idea just what Kelzelik might be planning at the palace?
It's hard to say. I've never seen him use any powerful arts, and I don't think he's particularly skilled with any weapons either. However, I have noticed him accompanied by something strange from time to time.
What kind of strange?
I don't know. I couldn't see anything with him, but I could sense something was there. Probably some sort of Zeugle.
An invisible Zeugle?
We'd better be careful in any case. I'd rather we not find out after it jumps us and tries to rip our throats out.
Out of my way!
Fight you want
It's over! Here's evil!
all mine! Take down their defenses! For my lord!
Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Dream!
Here I come! Fury!
Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
My shield not done!
Tornado!
We're not finished!
Do it!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more. Not a chance.
Here, let me
Oh,
help.
not yours.
First
I owe you
aid!
one.
Meteor!
My turn.
Gale force!
Eat this!
Light acid is to the wind!
This one's mine!
Leave the rocket now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
You know, the more I think about it, this palace is way too big for its own good.
Tell me about it. Plus, where the hell were these soldiers and Zeugles all this time?
Normally, the Zeugles are kept in specialized training facilities, and only get let out in cases of emergency.
Like this one, for instance? Give me a break.
Get lost! Tiger Blade!
Better! You'll pay for what you did! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I feel sprightlier than before. I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
A noble what?
The room at the northern end of this floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there. That's far enough! Bring him down!
I'm going in! Engaging! Ready to You're mine! Flew away! Ready engage! Here I Thor! Mission! Flew away! Ready Flew away!
Everyone hanging in there? Get lost!
Take it! For my lord! This one's all mine! My deal? Fire in the hole! Eat this!
I can read your moves like a book.
I see what
I'll be saving this one! Blah, blah, blah!
We're not finished! Here I come!
Where are you going?
Here I come!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Lunar
No
Prism!
chance! Roll him down!
By the power of lightning condemned!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! I can feel my power growing! What's this thing?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Bring him down!
This one's all mine.
It's over!
They really don't give up, do they? Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Healing Circle!
Ignite!
Appreciate the help.
Here I come! Relief!
This one's mine.
Glacial Spear! Thank you! Tiger Blade! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
You're finished!
I'll be saving this one!
No escape!
Falling storm!
You're mine! Lock! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for, but
This isn't enough to go on. That's far enough!
saving this one!
It's over!
I'm the true gunfighter around here!
It's over!
Is it in the sky or come on? Here! Help this! Dance in the wind!
Blow him down!
Sleep
An astral art?
That's my shield!
Shut him down!
Flame of Fury! Burning
Mission! Orochi Fury!
I'm gone! Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Now you'll learn!
Never miss! Dance in the wind!
You'll have no mercy!
You got spirit!
Burning strike!
Glacial Spear!
Not today! Now!
Now!
Really?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Onward and upward.
That's far enough!
I see one, eh?
This one's mine!
The armor won't save you! My shield?
You think that shield will save you?
For my lord!
It's
over!
In here!
Yeah!
I'll be saving this one!
You're mine! Fire for now!
Here's a healing shot! Here goes!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and...
The true power of the blazing sword.
It's only as strong as the one who wields it.
You truly... mean that?
Out of my way!
Now you learn!
Shall escape
Eat
my
this!
falling strike!
Orochi Showtime! I'm not done!
So much for talking it out!
You got spirit!
Glacial
Take
Spear!
this!
This one's
You're
mine!
finished!
Time to shine!
Blow away! Try harder! My turn! Strike!
Falling storm!
Orochi Fury! Chisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
All right. There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming all along, is that it?
Right.
Right.
This'll make us even more formidable.
Little help!
This one's mine!
I never miss! I'm going to take my revenge on you! Instant!
This one's mine!
Its armor's too strong. Be my guest.
We're not finished!
This one's mine! Take this!
Lunar Corona!
Now!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
None shall escape
Not a
my
chance.
judgment!
Blow away.
Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Don't get complacent. Out of my way! Falling
It's
ashore!
over.
Smash you!
Lightning
My
condemned!
shield
Thunder
ticket.
blade! Thunder Not on my watch!
Watch for their ranged attack!
It's over.
Bring them down!
Fury!
Flying free! Look at me just sit still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said
No,
than
we're not
done.
finished.
In here!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down. Sion,
This ends now!
consider yourself finished.
Blah, blah, blah.
My turn. You're finished.
Reload!
Down. No escape. Orochi's Fury!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! I never miss!
You're my turn. Here I come. Orochi's Fury!
Here goes!
Blow away. No escape. Orochi's Fury! Ignite. Next. No chance. I'm not done. You're finished.
Here I go!
Raging Spin! Here I come. It's over. Orochi's Fury!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Now you learn!
My shield, you're finished!
Confiscated!
Trigger blade!
Orochi's Fury!
More with that
I won't show you any mercy!
Burning! In here!
We're not finished! Not today! You're mine!
Freeze laser!
Orochi's Fury!
Lightning blade!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! Here I come!
Vanquish
Soda!
Daring spin!
Blow away!
Make it rain!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Hi, Hoodle!
Far enough!
Instant! Man,
Take
this one's mine!
Here I come!
Lunar Blast!
You're finished! Raining blast! Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
You're mine!
Lightning Orb! Raging Blade! Astral Energy!
Say no more! My turn! Strike!
Will this help? Arch Field!
It's over!
Healing Circle! Wait!
Go to hell!
Here I come! This one's all mine!
Tiger Blade!
With this, I can become even stronger.
I'll do my best!
Engaging! Eat this!
Think with
No
Thor
doubt.
shall escape my
This one's
judgment.
mine!
You're mine! Orochi's
Tiger
Fury!
Blade! Divine Streak!
Their arcs were interrupted!
No! Try this! Fall back!
Annihilation! Hammer!
Listen! Time to shine!
I'm practically unstoppable.
Look! Another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it.
Out of our way!
Here I come!
You got fury on
Orochi's Fury!
None shall escape my judgment! Dance in the wind! Air
Take
Blast!
Tiger Blade!
Pierce evil!
Try this!
Damn it,
Freeze Lancer! I'll heal you all!
Swallow Blade! Orochi's Fury!
Healing Circle! Dance in the wind!
Look sharp!
Air Thrust!
I owe you one.
Nicely done.
Even if Daemons and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive. Don't lose hope, Kisara. Right, here goes! It's over! Take this!
Dazzling spin!
Ignite it! Release! Orochi's Fury! Orochi's Fury!
Hear my call!
Damn it,
It's all getting strong! Be my guest!
Here's a healing!
Explosive ring! No! Here I come!
Armor won't save you!
Try this! Explosive ring!
Now! Lightning Orb!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
Just... think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool. I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danons are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother, he dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
It can hide itself? Amazing!
Where are you going?
One more! Go for the weak point!
Not today!
Downfall!
Rotate Fury!
Lunar Flare!
Anything in the
Lunar
is
Flare!
all mine!
I'm all stopped up! Annihilation!
I'm gone!
No escape!
That's it!
Rising Falcon!
Nothing gets by me!
Take this!
Divine
It's over!
Fury! Much to handle! Lunar Blast!
Take this! Ah!
Here
Going
goes
in.
Glacial Fury!
That's it.
Strike! Glacial
It
Fury!
vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled. Going in.
No escape!
Take this!
Hear my call!
Radiant Blast!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun? No way.
I'm
ready to go.
Explosive ring!
Lightning condemned!
I won't lose. Not now, not ever.
Blah, blah, blah. Here's a heal! First aid!
Tiger
Blah,
Blade!
blah, blah. Magic! Recover! In here! Let the marksman handle this one. I never miss! Photon Flash! I can't feel anything. Here, let me help.
Stay away from my friend!
Lightning condemned! 7 on play! Cover the capture! I'll heal you all!
Tiger Blade!
Healing Here goes! Take that! Searing flame! Reload!
Try harder!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
spear!
This one's all mine! Stop! Take this! Not today!
Tiger blade!
Take this! Slash!
Ferocious finger! Wait! Healing sword! Down! You're off!
Ferocious fury!
Mine!
I owe you one! Try this!
Like
Explosive ring!
Hear me! I'm gone! Here's a healing arm!
Take this!
First aid! Tiger blade!
Try harder!
Lunar Guardian! Field!
There!
I'm ready to go! This one's mine! Denied! Gravitas field! Crescent
Here I
moon!
come!
Going in! Dance in the wind! Tiger blade!
I'm not done!
I'll be
Ferocious
standing
fury!
Light astral energy! Where would that came from?
None shall escape my judgment.
Ferocious fury! Try this!
I'm going!
Explosive ring!
Close flight! Freeze lancer!
Where are you going?
Time to shine!
Do it! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Vanquish darkness!
This one's mine!
This one's all mine! Try this!
Tiger blade!
Explosive
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem!
Take this!
Thunder field!
This
one's mine!
Try harder!
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
This one's mine! Burning strike! I'm gone! Raging cascade! Here's a healing arm! First aid!
Hey, that...
Here
I come!
Raging cascade! This one's mine! Here, I'll be saving this one! Rousing gales! Here you strike! Here it goes!
Take this!
Too much to handle?
Ferocious
I'm on a
fury!
roll! Here's the evil!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Lightning laser!
Take this!
Thunder!
Ferocious fury!
That's it!
Will this help?
Tiger blade! Wind astral energy!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Primed and ready!
Shut him down!
Thank
Only
you.
getting started! This one's mine!
You're mine!
Raging
Ferocious
star
fury!
relation! Blood
Try this! Explosive ring!
This one's
Firmament
mine!
render!
Water! Hear my
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Spread! Falling storm!
This
Raging
one's all
star!
mine!
Tiger blade!
Try this!
Here's evil!
Explosive rings! Eat dirt!
Raging cascade! Seal!
Take this! No escape!
this one! Tiger blade! Here's the evil! More where that came from! Going in! Let me help!
It's over! Ferocious fury! Try this!
this one!
Explosive rings! We did not escape!
That's it!
No
More where
escape!
that came from! Here goes!
This is looking good!
Will this help? Lightning condemned! Thunder blade!
Thanks!
It's about to strike!
Look sharp! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I can handle it!
Here I come! Ferocious fury!
Big world! Lightning! Time to shine! Here, let me help! I'll heal you all! Thunder Tiger blade! On my watch!
I don't have much left!
May 1,000
Ferocious
creatures
fury!
On guard!
nail! Now for the
Explosive ring!
Crescent moon! Wild fury! Time to shine!
This should do it!
Vanquish darkness! Crescent moon! I'll fix you up! Recover! I never miss! Divine strength!
We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
Right.
Tiger
Still
blade!
anyone's fight!
Raging cascade!
Explosive ring!
This way! In here!
Burn up!
First aid!
Shion.
More for the night! I'm out!
Tiger blade!
You picked the wrong fight!
From annihilate
Ferocious
air!
fury!
This one's mine!
Into the shadows!
That's it!
Mega!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Ferocious fury! Try this!
Crescent moon!
Explosive ring!
Raging storm! Tiger blade! Arc seal!
I owe you one for
Not
that.
your dreams!
I'm not done!
Here's the evil! Tempted?
Try this!
More falling storm!
Explosive ring!
Tiger blade!
Dance in the
Blow
wind!
away!
Strike!
Take this!
Here's the evil!
That move!
Here comes a big one! No escape! Try harder! Not
Handle
chance!
it!
I'll heal you all! Lightning! Raging
Kisara!
cascade!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship? Ridiculous. Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Mahak-Sar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act, as the Lord of Elde Menancia. Go. To Mahak-Sar, Ganeth Haros, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans, and you're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Dahnan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Nagal entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide. There. What's this thing?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Hoo-hoo! Hoo! Hoo! Hoo-hoo!
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danin lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Nagal's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elde Menancia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elde Menancia Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense. Enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Get lost!
Take this!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
Stop!
Water, hear my hell! Spread!
Orochi's fury!
If they rush you, you got enough for cover, okay?
Explosive ring!
In the wind! Air field! Photon! Mega red!
Orochi's fury!
Annihilation!
Take this! Strike!
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
Right, here goes!
Face with darkness!
Burn in hell!
Elusive deity! Can you take
Try
it?
this!
Divine strength! Do it!
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Try this!
Firmament Ranger!
Explosive ring!
Elusive deity!
Arrow Squall!
Wow! Look what I just found. Is it just me,
Hoo.
or is anyone else peckish?
Hoo. Maybe something's going on in the forest. This will be a delicious piece of cake.
It's over!
Ghost, get ready for that thing! They're surrounding us! Annihilation thrust! Mega ray! Photon flash! Annihilation!
Try this! Explosive ring!
Raging cascade!
Orochi's fury!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Explosive ring! Great! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more.
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
A fish! You saw...
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Where should I cast my line? Yeah! I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
I've got something. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elde Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Did we really just spend that much money? Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me? Hey, that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? Look! It's all the owls we found. I guess this was their way of thanking us for finding them.
It looks like they're grouping up by color. Is that a thing?
Actually, the color of Dan and Owl's feathers is based on their maturity and their astral energy element. So maybe they stick to certain groups even if they all belong to the same kingdom.
Then I guess that means we can tell just how many owls we found in each domain.
They seem to be saying something.
Maybe they're thanking us for finding their buddies. Then again, maybe they're telling us that we have more owls to find.
I think the Queen is protesting that they shouldn't put undue pressure on us.
Maybe he's arguing back that we're the only ones they can actually turn to?
Right. Which is why the Queen is worried about sowing any ill will with us.
We'll do our best, so don't worry, I think.
Can you understand them?
Of course not, I'm just inferring. For some reason, when I hear them talk, that's just what I imagine them saying.
Oh, well, I think you're pretty close to the mark at least.
Well, don't worry about it. We're not breaking our backs over this. I think that was a thank you.
Seems like it. From both of them.
Hoodle seems happy with this. Isn't that nice, Rinwell?
Huh? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, off we go.
We've reached our destination.